Talks of a possible security agreement are back in focus after Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara said Damascus is seeking a deal with Israel. He added that any agreement must preserve Syria's sovereignty and include a full Israeli withdrawal under the 1974 Disengagement Agreement. Those remarks come as Israel has continued to expand its military activity across southern Syria following the fall of the Assad regime. Israeli forces have established new military positions beyond the occupied Golan Heights, while repeated airstrikes and military operations inside Syria have drawn growing international concern. The United Nations has repeatedly reaffirmed its support to Damascus, reiterating that the Golan Heights remain occupied Syrian territory under international law.
I consider that it is very important to maintain a clear position in all the bodies of the United Nations, and indeed the United Nations recognizes such without limitations, that the Golan Heights belong to Syria. And at the same time to condemn all the violations that are being perpetrated at the present moment.
Despite renewed diplomatic rhetoric, military activity on the ground has continued. The United Nations emphasized that repeated military escalations continue to complicate efforts toward long-term stability. Damascus says Israel's continued military operations are undermining regional security and diminishing hopes for a political settlement.
The continuation of the Israeli military operations and the illegitimate occupation of our territories beyond the 1974 line represents a direct threat to the region's stability and a drain on our national resources. We cherish the United Nations commitment to international law, and we again call for a firm UN stance that pushes for the immediate unconditional withdrawal while affirming our support for the United Nations Disengagement Observers Force.
As regional diplomacy gathers pace, the question remains whether political dialogue can translate into tangible changes on the ground. For now, the gap between diplomacy and developments remains wide. While Damascus says it is prepared to pursue a security agreement under specific conditions, Israel continues to expand and deepen its military presence inside Syrian territory, leaving the prospects of any future deal dependent on whether political negotiations can overcome realities on the ground. Qormosh, TRT World, Aleppo, Syria.